with my co-host, my summer co-host, the fan. Give it up for the fan. Ooh, ooh. Thank you, fan. Um. So yeah, I've been watching reviews of Ironheart and seeing some of the clips, and when I see them, I'm just reminded of Black Lightning, and I just like enjoyed Black Lightning so much, so very much, that I'm like thinking about rewatching it. Like I've already rewatched it like 3 or 4 times, and I may watch it a fifth time. I don't know. Okay, so the parts where Ironheart was giving Black Lightning, I did speak about some of those parts already in a previous live, and in one, okay, so this one I didn't mention, but I saw the scene again, and I was like, okay, I'll mention it, because I was thinking it, but I didn't mention it. So here goes. So the part where Josh, spoiler alert if you hadn't seen it, the part where Josh, but if you saw Black Lightning, then you saw it. But whatever. The part where Josh um, rips out the spine of the Ironheart suit is the same thing that Tobias did with Painkiller in the street. Like it was the same scene. It just was with different characters. Yeah. So I just was like, oh, that reminds me of when Tobias Wells did that to Khalil, aka Painkiller. So yeah, that was the scene I didn't mention. I said I'd go ahead and mention it. I hadn't watched Ironheart. How do you say? Um, um, via one on one. I'm trying to think of the actual word. I've only watched it vicariously through reactions. I don't know exactly how it feels to watch it one on one. But I know how I was feeling with Black Lightning. Black Lightning was giving all the feels and all the thrills and the tears and the cheers and the chills. All the characters showed up, and I was like, "Woo!" I was here for it, and it had a great soundtrack. Um, I did get to hear a teeny weeny bit of Ironheart soundtrack. And I did think that Black Lightning soundtrack was awesome. Like um, not just the theme song and the outro song, but also like when it would come on with a song, and whatever that song was, it was a vibe. It was like, yes. So yeah, that's all the reference I have for Black Lightning. I don't know. I might watch it again. I might not. I do recall a lot of it, and I do like certain parts of it. And it was only like maybe one part that didn't go as far as I would have liked, but it was there and I liked it, and I was looking for more. Um, and that was the part where Erica was introduced, and they had like a space to hone Jennifer's powers and things like that. I thought that was gonna get extended, and I was like, "Woo! Living single. What do you call it? Living single. Reunion. Okay. Now who else coming? We got Erica. We got Scooter. We got is the Queen coming? Is Regine coming? What? Who else? Like that was so hype. Like the possibilities was fast. Um, what was presented though was amazing. Um, I don't know why when Natalie started uh, glitching out, I don't know why that was such a tear jerk. I guess it was a tear jerker for the other characters, for Riri. I don't know. I'm like, why? Why for come? Like, when you get in an update, things have to shut down and clear out. When she was getting the update, and I'm like, I mean, that comes with the update, girlfriend. Like, eh, I don't get what your reaction is for, but um, I mean, you could say the reaction is for like her being her friend, but all this time she been understanding in this technology. She been reminding herself that it's technology that's not her friend. Boo boo boo. So now when it comes to her glitching out and her getting an update, uh, she want to act dramatic, and I'm like, what? Where this coming from? Like, the system can't stay the same while you getting the update. It don't work like that. It don't work like that with nothing. Everything has to, shut down and go away for the update, for the new update to take place. There, you know that, and you know that. And then also, well, that was just me like continuously thinking on it. But yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, that's the exchange. Okay, you said whatever. The girl told you with the magic comes the exchange. She was like, yeah, I'm down, whatever. And then you get the magic, and then you're like, oh no, no, no. And I'm like, well, that was the exchange. Looked like that was a cool exchange to me, girl. The brother wanted her to lead it. You wanted her to go. I mean, was it just for dramatic sake? Cause you been wanting her to lead, and the brother told you to lead. The leader, this like a great excuse to be like, "Oops, okay, let's move along now." Oh, like okay, we'll see about that later. Some people were saying maybe she's like connected to the computer, which she probably is, maybe. You in the middle of a spell. Ain't no time to be breaking the circle, girl. Now it look like you ain't gonna have the magic or Natalie, cause I don't know if it finished downloading the magic. On the crochet tip today, I crocheted on some granny squares. I just finished one a couple of minutes ago, and I'll be starting another one soon. So with the tutorial that the skirt tutorial said to make four granny squares. So after I make this fourth one, hopefully I got enough of this yarn for it. I've made three, and I gotta see what comes next after making the four granny squares. And I don't know if my granny squares are gonna be the same size as in the tutorial because I'm using a smaller hook. In the tutorial, it's uh, a 5 millimeter is used, and I was using my 4.5 millimeter hook, and I was crocheting a bit taut. So my squares might be smaller. I'm gonna look and see what comes next. After a while, I gotta look the video up again. Oh wait, I mean I don't have to look it up too soon because I don't have the fourth square done. I gotta get the fourth square done. Rudy, hello there, Rudy. So yeah, I am liking this yarn. I've had it for a while now. And I like it. It's like the perfect summer yarn. It's like so colorful. It's like it's a multicolored yarn. I don't have the ball band, but I kind of remember it. I think it's Red Heart. It's like a multicolor with a like a big like with big chunks of solid colors. Like it has a lot of little mini colors and then a big chunk of one solid color, and it goes on like that. Like it's that's the pattern of it. Like uh, a chunk of one color, and then for a long time, really, for a few rows or a couple of rows. Depends on if you're knitting or if you're crocheting. If you're crocheting, it seems to be like a couple of rows of a solid color. And then if you're knitting, it's a lot more solid colors than the multicolor. So it's a huge solid color section, and then it's a multicolor, and then it's another huge solid color, and then it's multicolor. It goes on like that, and it's multicolor. It's like a neon to it's neon to burnt orange, neon yellow, teal, like a light teal, like a I guess that would be called teal. It's light though. It's light. It's not a dark teal. It's very light, like a blue green. Yeah, like a blue green, like a light blue green, light blue, um, like a blue jean color, neon pink, dark purple, look like a white, but it looked kind of designy. It really looks like very crafty, very summer crafty to me, just because I associate colorful stuff with crafts or summer. I actually associate colorful with autumn as well. With all the seasons. All the seasons have all the colors, okay? It just depends on the bright the shade. So yeah, fun colors. One more square to go. I did watch Sonic 2 today. I've been putting it off and putting it off, and I finally watched it, and I liked it. That was all right. It was all right, I guess. But I mean, for what it was, I mean, entertainment. I was like, oh, look at these people coming together to make this for my entertainment. Thank you. So yeah, I like seeing Dr. Robotnik. This is the only time I like seeing but Dr. Robotnik is in the movies. Boy, when he show up in the game, it's anxiety. Oh. And then I thought he was finna bop upside his head like he do. I thought Sonic was gonna bop upside the big robot head like he do on the game. He kind of did, but he didn't do it exactly like he did in the game. He kind of like bopped all over the body like he be doing on the game. But I think if you bop on the body, you lose the rings in the game. You got a bop on top of the head. But whatever. It was all right. I like that he caught that bubble of air, but when he was in the water, under the water, trying to get Knuckles. But then he was taking his sweet time telling Knuckles to push the thing. I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all taking a long time to communicate that y'all need to push that thing up off of Knuckles. And then and Sonic 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 went to sleep. I was like, oh, I was waiting for him to say, not now. And then, well, not and then. I'm going all out of order. The part where he was running across the water, I could hear Jaleel's voice saying, "I gotta go fast." I just had to calm my nerves because I was like, oh, I would have liked for Jaleel to had a voice on it because I enjoy hearing his voice in the cartoon. But yeah, I mean, I heard it like the first time I watched that scene. I heard it just automatically. I just was like, I could just imagine it. Then the second time I watched it, I heard it like it was, but I mean, I heard it like it was the first time. I just was imagining Jaleel saying it. I was like, it's mighty, 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 mighty what it is. So I really just paid attention to like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles. I really kind of didn't pay attention to the people around them. Especially when she went to go inside and she got, I guess that's her husband. I don't know if they married or not, but they kind of wasn't acting like it. Not that I know what that is, but when she went to go get him and she unlocked him, she kind of ignored Sonic. And I was like, I know because, how it's made, Sonic isn't maybe necessarily there. So she kind of got to try to act like he's there. So I was like, okay, I can't pay attention to that because you really was kind of ignoring Sonic. Sonic was talking to you. I like, Sonic was talking to you. And she kind of looked back a little bit towards where Sonic would be. I see some Jurassic movies available. I don't know if the book is called Jurassic Park or not. I don't know if I would read it. I hear that there's a book, and I do have a book club that reads books that are movies and movies that are books. So that would be right up my book club alley to read that book. I think it'll be my first dinosaur book that I've read if I do read it. I was asked what was my favorite dinosaur movie. Like, what was my favorite? I think Jurassic Park movie. And my favorite is the one with the the spheres, the sweet spheres that the children can ride in. That was my favorite. Now I was told, like okay, so I was told like to rate, to rate them, rate them from whatever, whatever. And then they was like, oh, but you know you, you already know the first one is the best, the greatest, whatever, whatever. But for me, it's the one with the spheres that you can ride in. That's my first one. It took me years to watch the first one and like pay attention to it because I would watch it, but I wouldn't be into it. And I would watch it, but I wouldn't watch it all the way. It took me years to actually watch it all the way through with attention, with giving it attention. I don't know if it's because I used to play the theme songs in the band or what, but yeah, I did enjoy playing the theme songs in the band when I would play the theme songs to that movie. But yeah, watching the movie, it took me years to pay attention to that movie. It's almost like I couldn't watch the movie while I was in the band playing the song. I was like, we play this song. So yeah, I like the one with the spheres, and not the second one when the spheres show up. The first one, and that was my fave. I, I did enjoy the other one with the gymnastics girl. So maybe that one would be my second. And I do enjoy the other one with the Uncle Frank. I guess that one would be my third. Um, let's see. I don't. Though. Okay, so the first one, the one with the spheres, the sphere ride, and then the one with the gymnastic girl. Those are the only three that I know. Like the other ones are a bit vague. Like I don't. I can't tell them apart. Like mm, yeah, I don't know any other ones. other than those three. Like I know them, like when I watch them, but those are the only three that are I've watched the most of. And for some reason, like I used to get the one with Uncle Frank, or what's his name, Fred. It was either Frank or Fred. They didn't even really care about him. The one where the boy was out there with his uncle, and then the mother and the daddy went and got the expert to come and get their son, and the son had read the dude's book and was surviving from the information that was in the book. I would. It seemed like I would get that one mixed up with another one. I would think I would be watching another one. Maybe because he's in the first one. Maybe that's why I kind of get confused with that. But yeah, it's not explained what happened with his uncle. But yeah, they just let him be. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then the author of the book, okay, so the boy had a jar. He found a jar in this laboratory and collected some specimens. And the author was like, how did you collect that? And the boy was like, you don't want to know. And I'm like, yes, we do. Tell us. Like, come on. Why didn't you tell us how you did that? I'm like, you don't want to know. Yes, we do. That's why he asked. He might not want to know. I want to know how you did it. I can only imagine, but tell me anyway, because I might not imagine it quite right. What? How did that go? Like, oh my goodness, was you standing up under the thing? What? I don't know how that go. I don't know if it shoot down or shoot out. I don't. How did you do that, little boy? Like, how did you collect that? Like, that is a story I would like to hear. Like, what? Don't let me start imagining. Just tell me the story, child. Somebody told me you don't want to know. Yes, we do. You've been out here all this time. We need to know this story. 'Cause you got some survival tips. And apparently that wasn't in the book that the author wrote because he ain't even know how to collect the specimen. Oh my goodness, he been out there all that long and able to hide away and woo. Tell your story, little boy. Tell your story. Cause it's on and popping when the mama and daddy get there and they tell me something, "Bang! Bang!" Just yelling, yelling, yelling like it ain't nothing else on that island. But I don't guess they know it's dinosaurs there, but they must know it's dinosaurs there because they went to go get the author of the dinosaur book. I'm thinking maybe if he had a told us how he got that specimen, that might be my number one movie. But because he didn't tell how he got that specimen, that's my second. My second. That's in the second spot. The first spot is the spheres. Second spot is the specimen. And I guess the first one is my third, I guess. I don't know why I feel. I don't kind of feel no kind of way about it. I played the song so many times. Whatever. Woohoo! Okay, it's time to party. I'm trying to think who was in the spheres. Like, was the dude with the sunglasses in the spheres? In the movie with the spheres? Um, the dude with the gymnastic daughter, was he in the one with the spheres? I think he was the one going to save the children in the spheres. I think. I don't know. I hadn't watched that one so many times. Like the one that used to come on was a lot. The one that used to come on a lot was the one with the Uncle Frank, or maybe the first one. If it wasn't the first one, it was the one with Uncle Frank or Uncle Fred. That one came on a lot. I think it might have been the dude with the sunglasses that was in the one with the spheres. I don't guess it was the Velociraptor dude. It might be though. Was he the one saving the children in the spheres? The Velociraptor dude? I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it again. Cause I just know I like those spheres. I like that 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 rolling. Well, I don't. I mean, it's all right. It's cool. But wow, they was able to like go off track and venture out. Like it wasn't like a set thing. Like now, I ain't saying wow, to do it. I'm just saying like wow, like it wasn't no track. Like and then when they was supposed to go back, when the part was um taking notice of what was going on, they weren't able to get back. And I don't know why their spirit wasn't like override and brought back. That was a crazy feature right there that they just was able to just roll around like hamsters in the wide open without having some type of track for the thing to come back on, or like an override to bring it back to the station. But those cars was on the track, so maybe they was like, oh, well, since the cars was on the track, and this thing happened to the cars being on the track, then these spheres, we're not gonna have a track for the spheres. They just gonna be able to be roaming free individually. Maybe that's what happened. So they just had a whole different concept with the spheres from the cars on the track. Because I think the cars was on the track. Was the cars on the track? I thought the cars was on the track, but maybe the cars wasn't on the track. It was individual cars that they was driving. I thought the cars was on the track in one of the movies. I thought the cars was on the track in the first movie, but maybe they weren't necessarily on the track, but I thought they were. And then they couldn't get recalled back to the station either because the power had shut down and they didn't have the override for the rides to retract back to the station anyway. So it's all it's stuff being prototype mode. Like, I don't think y'all thought them spheres all the way through because you not only not only was the child able to press some buttons and go off route, like that's y'all allowed that to be an option. Okay, in this park, in a dinosaur park. Okay, like what did y'all do it? Serving them up like fruit snacks, huh? Oh my goodness, because he pressed the button or something and was able to just roam and roll around. I was thinking maybe the thing was gonna go back to the station when they was shutting it down and telling, but I guess it was up to the the driver of the sphere to go back to the station. But how would they know? Where is that when they go out there? How I ain't see no signs say station this way. But maybe because they had got off track, it wasn't any signs. I saw a cute um, granny square dress today. That um, that I wouldn't mind trying. It's a paid pattern. It has granny squares and mesh, and it looks cute. Great ideas. I put some more books on my TBR yesterday. Uh, I was looking for a specific book, but I didn't locate that specific book. But I did locate like some books that were like in the subject of the book that I was looking for. So I added those books to my TBR. I think I'm like, as far as like my reading goal for the year, last time I looked, it looks like I've read 39 books for the year so far. So 30 more to go. And I like to reach my book goal. If I'm gonna reach my book goal, I like to reach my book goal before the year is up, just so I can have some woosah time. Like, okay, phew, my goal is complete now. I can, continue reading while just relaxing. Like, I like to have my goal. Well, whatever. Today is a new day. The new year is a new year. Like last year, I was all about that, but I don't think my goal was this big last year. I had a shorter goal last year, honestly. My goal, I amped up my goal this year from last year. Last year, my goal wasn't this big. I met my goal last year, and then like I increased it like maybe two more times. So if I look at it like that, I've actually reached my goal from last year, but not for this year. So I do know that it's just like a benchmark. It's not a necessity. The goal is to enjoy reading, enjoy what you're reading, and all that good stuff. I'm glad I got to see other readers talking about how they set goals and how they either do or don't reach the goal and how they feel about it and how they let it go, uh, and keep it going, keep it pushing. Like, whether they meet it or not, it's really like the readers that I've seen, the ones that don't reach it, maybe it was for a reason, but then they're not stressing over the fact that they didn't reach it. They're just continuing to enjoy reading because that's really the ultimate goal, is to enjoy reading. So glad I heard all the tips and things, like, or the wisdom of things to just enjoy the read. So far, I've been enjoying the reads. Um, yeah. And I'm reading patterns now. What? And I'm learning about mosaic, crocheting, kinda, sorta. Like, I hadn't learn it, but I've begun to learn it. Yeah, and I've learned about tapestry crochet. I've learned it and tried it a few times now. Woo! So, mosaic yarn, mosaic crochet may be coming up. I'm learning it, so begun learning it. And I'm reading patterns, so that's a new thing for me. And like the patterns that I'm reading, I am like just taking notes that I'm reading it. A couple of the crochet books I've been able to uh, log, um, but as far as patterns, I am counting that as reading. I'm reading patterns now. Crochet patterns. That was a goal of mine to read patterns. So I really took to that and made that a priority. And I went through my second, my, I completed an intermediate pattern. That was my first intermediate pattern that I've completed. I just gotta, I actually gotta like re crochet it up and because I took some rows out. But I did take a picture of it. It was at the part where I just had to um, sew the straps and fix the belt. Um, so yeah, my first intermediate pattern. Woo! I think that was my first intermediate pattern. I may have come across an intermediate pattern like as far as crochet squares. I don't know though. Maybe not. Maybe that was my first intermediate pattern. The camisole that I crocheted, and it was in a book that I told myself I was gonna go back. You know, after I learned the skills and go back and read the pattern. After I learned how to read the pattern, I was gonna go back and read the pattern and do the patterns in the book that I would like to do, and I did it! Yay! So yeah, I can check that for my reading goal as well. So yeah, my reading has expanded to patterns. Woo! Has expanded to crochet patterns this year. Yay! Like what? I was able to crochet this out of this book just by following the pattern. Like I didn't look up a tutorial or nothing. What? Like last year and the years before, I wouldn't touch a pattern. I would only crochet stuff that had tutorials. If it didn't have a tutorial, it didn't get done by me. But this year, I have turned that around and I have made an item without a pattern. I mean, without a tutorial. I've made shapes without a tutorial. I've read quite a few patterns and made quite a few shapes and squares just with the pattern. So yeah, that's a big check for me. That was a big goal that I took on this year. Yeah, I do have some other patterns that I've been reading and beginning to create from and all that stuff without tutorial help. What? Yes, because I say that because like if it was a pattern that I was interested in, I would look to see if it had a tutorial, and I would just without reading the pattern, I would look at the pattern, but I didn't know. I don't know. It's just I want to say I didn't know how to read the pattern. I mean, yeah. So I would look for the tutorial and follow the tutorial. And if it didn't have a tutorial, I wouldn't create it. But now I can create the item with the pattern. Now, hold the phone because there is a solid granny square that I have the pattern for, and I could not create that thing with just the pattern. I couldn't create it with the pattern. I couldn't create it with the diagram. So I needed a tutorial. Like, oh my goodness. So there is a pattern that I wasn't able to follow in my beginning stages of learning the pattern, um, learning how to read patterns and diagrams. So yeah, I could not get that solid square because I didn't know where it was talking about boot boot boot. Like where I didn't understand where whatever it was talking about. Where to go? Where the stitch needed to be. So yeah, I need the tutorial help for that one. Whew. Yeah, for the camisole, I was able to make it. Even though I did have questions, and I kind of was mumbling a bit under my breath, I kind of was cussing out the pattern a little bit. Because I didn't understand the dynamics of an intermediate pattern. The intermediate, when it say intermediate, it really does mean intermediate, and it 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 it, it I guess it's written in a way for people that already know what they're doing. So me coming from beginner patterns, easy patterns, because I've read beginner patterns and easy patterns, and I've just stayed in that range there till this year. This year, I finally went up to an intermediate pattern, and from the beginner patterns and the easy patterns, they're written like okay. Because okay, so both intermediate patterns that I looked at this year so far, I had to study them. And like the first one, I had to study. I studied it and I practiced it over and 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 over again until I got it right. I would practice it, get it wrong. I didn't know I was getting it wrong, but I got it wrong. Then I would read it again to see what I did wrong and attempt to fix it, and finally understood the pattern and fixed it. And then I looked up how to read a pattern so I could understand what the pattern was saying, because I wasn't understanding how to read a pattern. Um, with the parentheses and the brackets and what's written in the parentheses and what's written in the brackets, I wasn't understanding that. I was only like doing that like one time, but I was supposed to do it for the amount of times that it says. It's like a math problem. It's like algebra. The reading the pattern. So yeah. had to figure out the equation. I had to figure out the formula. So, yeah, I looked up how to read the pattern. And then kept going. Kept reading patterns, kept trying it out. And practicing it. Learning diagrams really helped me know where my stitches are. Because before I learned how to read a diagram, I couldn't tell where my stitches were. Wow. I don't know if the tutorial for the skirt gives the measurement of the square. Glad I kept my balance. Woo. Okay, I want to mention something else about Ironheart. Um, when it came to Riri visiting Josh, okay, so when she went to go and see Josh, and Josh was like giving her the fourth degree about how just telling her off, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, because everybody talking about Riri taking responsibility, b. But at the same time, Josh didn't take responsibility. Josh put his responsibility on Riri. He said he knew he should have said no, but he didn't. Where's his accountability? Where his accountability at? He just want to be, um, um, like he just want to act like he slid into this position on accident. He been planning for this. Oh, he collecting all this stuff in this bunker because it remind him of his project. Whatever. He just wanted an excuse, like everybody else. And he's supposed to be older. He talking about, Riri, you just a child. I shouldn't have did. I shouldn't have trusted you. Okay, she just a child and you shouldn't have trusted her. You an adult. Duh. But you want what folk the child supposed to be more responsible than the adult. What's up with that? Like, really? You expecting a child to be more responsible than an adult? What? Like you ain't taking responsibility, but you thinking she's supposed to be taking that responsibility? Really? They don't want to. Oh, just talking down to her. I knew this. Yeah, you knew it, but you ain't. But you still went with it. Cause you want this to be your story. How you accidentally slid into the villain layer that you've been creating to get into anyway. She just a pawn in your villain plot. Then take it all the way back when he was shedding tears in the car. He wasn't shedding tears because he get talked to down two times a day. He was shedding happy tears that his supply is finally coming to fruition. Because he knew who she was. He knew about the suit and all that, boo boo boo, and he chose to help her. Even though he knew, boo boo boo, he was like, okay, this gonna go down like this. He already know. He already knew how it's gonna go down. How they say the game chess, not checkers. He been playing chess, and finally, here go this chess piece. He been waiting for, and it's finally coming to the fatuta for him. That's why he was crying. He was crying tears of joy. His whole big plan, all these years, all that stuff he been collecting is moving in motion for him. Just use, just using Riri as the pawn excuse that he wanted. And he got some nerve when she overrode Peter's thing, and she was like, "We cool, right?" And he was like, "I got all this rage in me, and I'm gonna come for you." And I'm like, "Oh, turn that button back on." I'm like, man, turn that button back off. Like, what the heck? Like, really? That is such a misdirect. You misdirected your anger, sir. That's some bull. Ugh. But I guess she couldn't turn back on the Peter button because either way, he would be after her. Like if Peter was to tell him to go after her, he would go after her with the Peter button on. But now that she done override, pressed the override and got him in sleep mode, rebooting, it, he gonna take a few minutes to. He basically he basically Killmonger, not Killmonger. Who is Killmonger? Painkiller. When he said that, he reminded me of Painkiller with Jennifer. When Jennifer and Painkiller split up, not split up, but like Painkiller was trying to explain to her that the program that's inside of him is gonna make him keep coming after her. So yeah, that kind of was like that right there. It's a lot of similar elements to like Black Lightning. I don't know how the comic book is like if it's so similar to Black Lightning, Iron Heart comic because I hadn't read Iron Heart comic yet. I did read. I was reading Doctor. What was it called? Doctor Voodoo. I think that's the name of the comic, and that was similar to Venom a little bit with the character that was, I guess, in a cave or whatever. It had a similar villain in it. Um, and I think Doctor Voodoo is Marvel. So he did mention. I think he mentioned the Avengers, getting help from the Avengers and Doctor Voodoo. But I didn't get so far to see if he made contact with him. I got as far as he had went to where they were, but by the time he got there, um, they had left, and I got up to the part where he had to face what he had been running from, Dr. Voodoo. Um, yeah, he was facing that and coming out of that. I might have been further along than that. But yeah, maybe I'll see if there's a comic or a graphic novel. Let me see if I can look it up and see if there's a bright light. But Jeroni, where did it go? Okay, there is a book. Oh snap! Okay, 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 okay. Oh my goodness! Hold on, what is that? Let's see. What? Hold on. Is this is this the book or what? Um, it was released 2020 for fought for too long. What that say? Automate, Autotone have lord over the kingdom of Rebu, oppressing its human citizens. But the human revolution has risen and at its heart is Ayla, once a once a handmaiden, now a fugitive. Ayla narrowly escapes the palace of Lady Prayer, Crier, Crier, the girl she would have off if she hadn't fallen in love first. And then it keeps going. I don't know if this is the origin. I'll have to keep reading it to see if that's the origin of Ironheart. It's titled Ironheart. Here's another book titled Ironheart. Disclaimer. Discover mental and emotional. Okay, that's something else. Let's see. The Ironheart. What's this? 2017. After the death of her cousin, Ella Weiler is determined to catch whoever is killing young women in the city. Her bigger challenge, the leader of the. Now, is this part of the story? It kind of sounds like the under part of the story, kinda, that she's been saying she's been wanting to help the community. This kind of sounds like that story, which the show kind of isn't that story. She just keeps mentioning it. This sounds like this is that could be that that story. So the iron heart of Mars. Maybe I have to look under comics to narrow down the search. I just typed it in the search bar. I didn't do any filters. Oh my goodness. Come on, co-host. Wow. Kind of looks like daytime. Trying to get my co-host to blow cool. Yeah. My co-host been coming apart bit by bit, bit by bit. And came apart a little bit on one side. Been putting in work, and it's co-host been putting in work. Okay, so I could continue talking about Ironheart. I didn't talk about it today. I kind of touched on it in a previous live stream with Peter and his father. Well, a little bit about Peter after seeing his interaction with his father. Um, I could say the same for what, like, what his father was saying, what Peter's father was saying to Peter is kind of like the same thing Josh was saying to Riri. Like, okay, so Josh is an adult. Peter's father is an adult, I guess. You know, if numbers make you an adult, that would have seemed like, numbers make you an adult. Um, and then like for the adults to turn around and talk to the children, and like for Peter's father to turn around and talk to him like that, like like he's supposed to be mature, just all out of the blue, and be responsible all up out of the blue. Like where do you think that come from? Well, anyways, but where do you think that's gonna come from? Like how you talking to him like he's supposed to be mature? Like you ain't put it in him. Like you ain't teach him, or you taught him before he was 12. But whatever. But yeah, it seemed like the adults want the children to be more responsible than they are. Josh wants Riri to be more responsible than he. Peter's father wants Peter to be more responsible than him. More responsible than him. Yeah, than the father. Like, what type of backwards mind thinking are y'all doing? Because that's what it is, backwards mind thinking. Like, really? Y'all just pointed out the fact that these were children. I mean, I guess in comparison to y'all and their situation, but you want them to be mature and responsible? Oh, wow, wow, y'all, well, yeah, are y'all really adults? Are y'all children too? Cause that sounds a bit childish. For y'all to want all that and y'all not put in on it. Oh my goodness, my co-host. Come on, co-host. Oh my goodness. My co-host like, what do you want from me? I want some cool air. I want you to be responsible and take accountability. Like Josh wanted Riri to do that, and Peter's father wanted Peter to do that. Isn't that hilarious? Like that's hilarious. And then for Josh to be like, I knew you was gonna do that. I knew I shouldn't have. Okay, well yeah, you take responsibility for yourself and what you did and didn't do when you knew what to do and didn't do. Don't put it all on Riri. As you said, she's a child. So why are you treating her as yeah? Okay, so I don't reach like a whole road with that because that is that don't make sense for Josh to treat her like that with what he said. Like he pointed out all the factors that it was his responsibility and he needed to take accountability. But instead, he's putting the blame all on Riri. Like for real, you okay, whatever. You not taking responsibility. You you what do you call it? Whatever. He that's his whole flaw. He just was waiting on his pawn piece to tip him over, which really ain't no tip over. He been planning for this. That's why he was trying to put it in his arm when Riri came over. He had been trying to do this, and he just was waiting on the right uh, plot for it. That's what it seemed like to me. Because now, how come all of a sudden now you throwing away your live, laugh, love, as though you throwing away your last bit of humanity? He playing checkers. He said that was his board piece. All of that was his board piece. He set up so he could have somebody to blame instead of him taking responsibility and accountability. He been wanted to be whatever his name finna be, Bionic Man. I don't know. Up there taking it all out on Riri, telling her to move. I'm not something you gonna wanna move now. Like what? She from Chicago. Why folks come she gotta move? Why? Don't let me get started. I keep running her out of town. Yeah, filthy varmint. Like if that was a showdown, that wasn't a fair showdown. All right. Wow. 30 minutes flew by like pew. Wow. Woof me. Can we say summer? Wow. Oh my days. Ah, hot. I'm sitting right in front of the fan. Whew. After last night's live stream, um, I did attempt to watch some of the shows that was recommended to me, some of the Christmas shows, and some of them I didn't locate, and some of them I located something similar. Um, One of them being Vintage Christmas. I looked that one up, but I don't think I was able to see the actual Vintage Christmas. But I did see a very vintage Christmas with Tia, I think with Tia Mallory. It's either with Tia or Tamara. Um, I've already watched that one a while, maybe December. I might have watched that one in December. It's a good movie. I think I might have watched it in December, perhaps. Yeah, I think because that's when I mostly watch all of my Christmas things. But I was trying to watch Christmas stuff in July because I do like Christmas in July. Um, Also, I saw a, a movie that had a similar title to a Christmas movie recommended to me, and it kind of came on like a Goosebumps Christmas, and I was like, I ain't ready for no Goosebumps Christmas. Like, I gave myself a chuckle with that one. Because I titled it a Goosebumps Christmas. I was like, I don't know if that's a thing, but I ain't ready for it just yet. So I turned that one off. I'm more ready for like the whimsical, happy stuff. That one, that one kind of looked. It can't. It really came on like a Goosebumps Christmas type of ordeal. Like you didn't know if they was ghosts or from the past or what, because it kind of came on like that. It kind of had that type of feel to it within like the first 5 minutes, maybe less than that. So I turned that one off, and I was like, I'm not ready. But before last night's recommendations, like a few days ago, probably a week ago now, I saw a thumbnail of a live stream that was Santa's workshop, and I meant to get back to it and click on it, but I didn't get back to it and click on it. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting that that was available to see a live stream of Santa's workshop in action during this month. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I don't know, was it I guess it was last week, maybe the end of June. It could have been the end of June, the beginning of July. I saw it. Like I said, I saw the thumbnail and I saw the red live stream for it. But I didn't click on it because I clicked on something else, and then I went back, or either whatever I did, I didn't click on it. But I saw it and I was like, oh, cool. Where you can see into Santa's workshop. I'm like, oh, cool. Opposable thumbs, opposable thumbs, opposable thumbs. So I got an update of what the Granny Square shorts feel like. I saw someone make a pair of Granny Square shorts with two Granny Squares, one for each leg, and then they sewed up the crotch area and then the legs area, and then put a waistband on it. And they were saying that it was quite holy and they wouldn't be able to wear it outside unless it had a liner. And um, that it was cool because it was holy, but it was also, they didn't use the word warm, but they were saying like it's also made of yarn. So I guess it's giving the opposite of cool. I don't know. They did say the word cool, but they didn't say the word warm with the yarn. And that might be because they're in air conditioning. So they were saying that they was gonna wear their shorts around the house. So yeah, that was my judge. Like I was like, how would I wear my crochet items out and about? I know the woman that's made the tutorial, she's she has on little shorts under hers. So yeah, I just keep on going and see what the end gonna be as far as creating them and seeing for myself and having an item that's gonna be so cool that I made it that item as my summer craft. And I'm looking forward to working on the other projects that I've begun. I do have a cardigan that I got to put some sleeves on, and I have a patchwork jacket that I got to sew up. So that those two things can be completed items and enjoyed. Ouch. Let's see, July 7. What did I read? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I read at least 7 books last month, not counting the patterns. I was thinking maybe I could keep that up. I thought that last month. So, like, last month I read at least 6 books. I was thinking last month, I was thinking this month maybe I could read at least 7 books so that I can keep ahead of schedule. But this month I didn't think that. I'm like, ugh. But to move to move it on along and read the books that are on my TBR, uh, that sounds like something that could be done. Unless I can, if I continue my because I kind of been reading leisurely, except for like the months I have themes. Like last month was a themed month. Um, this month, I could make this month a theme month. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what theme I want to go for. Because I could um, get into the Novia series. Um, or I could go with a totally different theme I've been thinking about doing. So, or both. I don't know. We'll see. Just really trying to keep it cool. The theme need to be cool, Lord. I'm trying to keep it cool, trying to move slow, Lord. Woof. Don't move too fast at the moment. Oof. At the moment. I have been really, see, in the cooler months, I was reading, I was up tempo, had a bit of a friction, if you will. This month, as less friction as possible. Less friction as possible. Just saying the word friction is a bit timid. Woof, at the moment. So yeah, I was trying to see like how many books I would have to read to get to my goal a month. Let's see. Let's see, it's already July. July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, I got a lot of books to read if I wanna reach that goal. If I wanna just to just chillax and let it hang in the balance, then I could do that, just let it be. But we shall see, because last year I did a lot of my reading in August, I think. Between July and August, I really stepped up my reading game last year. I feel like as long as I read at least one book a month, I'm I'm good. But that's how I'm looking at it for this year. Uh, get a read in at least. Get a read in every month. So yeah. Oof. What a mercy. Is it on high? Wow. Like this whole, what you call it, trying to come loose. I just noticed that a lot of the screws have fallen out of it. Say shook loose. That's what it sounded like they were doing too. Shaking loose. Like four of them done shook loose. Okay. thinking I'm going to share the two videos. Yeah, I think I already shared the one with the skirt. I'll check and see if I shared it. If I didn't share it, I'll share it. And I also shared the video I just watched today with the dress, amongst other items as well. The dress I was interested in, but yeah, there are other items mentioned in the video, so I'll share that video later on. Let's see. Let me share it so that I can go ahead and share it now. Almost. Almost. Turn on the flashlight. Not. I've turned off the flashlight. All right, I just shared it. So that way I could, well, I shared the dress. I think I already shared the skirt. I think I shared the skirt the day I saw it. I just saw the dress today. I guess I'll go ahead and say this. Um, when I was watching Venom, The Last Dance, and that area was being demolished, I was like, what about the areas before that? What about areas 0 through 40? Or I said 49, but yeah, what about the areas 0 through 50? Like, is that the only one, or is there 50 other ones before that one? I hadn't looked it up yet. I don't know the name of the Jurassic Park book. I don't know if it's called Jurassic Park or if it goes by another name. Okay, I'm gonna look it up as Jurassic Park. I see something called Park. I don't guess that's it because it says release 2024. Forest Park. I don't know. 2017. 2018. Park. Yeah, I don't know if it go by the same name or is it called? Is it the Lost World or I don't know. Is it Journey to the Center of the Earth? Oh, I need to check my spelling. Okay, let me check my spelling. Okay, I was not spelling it correctly. Okay, let me try that way. Okay. 2012 Jurassic Park. It has to be, I have to put it on hold for the ebook. Ooh, this, what is this? That's an ebook too? The last, the Lost World, that's an ebook. 2011. I have to put a request for that one. Ebook, I gotta put a request for that one. Jurassic Park. Something. Little golden. Something little. Oh, the little golden book. Oh, it has a little golden book. I gotta put a request for that too on this app. Maybe I could get it from another. Let's see if I can get it on my other app. Park, the novel, the science of Jurassic Park and the Lost World, the Lost World, the novel, Escape. I'm reading his titles. This author has a lot of titles, a lot of book titles, novel titles. Okay, so Jurassic Park, the novel. He got a bunch of novels. Oh wow, he has a book titled Prey. I wonder if it's from the movie. I don't know though. Probably not. Oh, cool. I didn't finish reading all of his titles. He got a heap of titles. I was trying to see if the Jurassic Park had a series. It looked like I saw Jurassic Park is book one. Jurassic, something about the Lost World. That looks like book two, but it's not said to be a series. I don't see the word specifically say series. So cool. I've located the book, so I can bring that forth to the book club. In the spirit of the new release, the rebirth. I heard that um, there's a scene in Rebirth that's in the book. So that's how I learned that it was a book. I was like, oh, it's a book? Lumos. No.